Hi guys, welcome to the Alan Show. This show is about coming out of this crisis or any crisis without any scratches. Today is a special message for you. I've been in my fair share of crises, different types. Since the internet came into my life, and it has become a part, right, that defines many things: information, entertainment, right? But we are living in times right now that are very unusual. And I'm a man of science. I'm a believer. I'm a man of spiritual values. I believe in everything. I don't try everything. I'm not a dummy. But I believe in everything because everything is part of the master plan. It may not work for you, it might work for somebody else. But anytime something calls your brain or picks your brain, it's for a reason to you to pay attention. May not be for right now in the moment in front of you, but might be just an angelic advice for a future event. Well, there has been a lot of people in the internet, Yahoo, YouTube, all those, where I read from them something and it triggered my mind. But in particular, there has been a few of them that has been part of something that have helped me. And perhaps maybe that's the reason why I'm doing this. Real quick. We know we're going through a crisis, a health crisis. I don't know, pandemic, COVID, whatever you want to call it. Is that really the main event of our life right now? Well, that could be for some people. But for some others, it may be something else. Well, this is what this is about. I'm going to read something real quick for you. And you're going to see what this is about. All right. I read in the Bible on Matthew 24. They call it the mini apocalypse. The mini, right? Kind of cute, right? But let's just not get too hung up on. Let's see what it says at the beginning. Okay? Images. Matthew 24, 1 through 5. You know, my show is never edited or anything, so. And it reads, I just pick a picture here and I guess it reads Matthew 24, 1 and 2. Jesus came out from the temple and was going away when his disciples came up to point out the temple building to him. And he said to them, "Do you not see all these things? Truly I say to you, not one stone here will be left upon another which will not be turned down." You know what struck me? I'm a salesman. What struck me is the need for the disciples to approach him and point out the temple to him. And it's kind of what we live in today, isn't it? It's the need of people to want to know. Well, that's why I'm doing this video. There's a force out there that is shutting down a lot of people who started this frenzy a long time ago. This frenzy of teaching one another on the layman's, right? You can always go and investigate yourself, right? You can always check and see if it's true or if there's a fact to it. But the fact that people were chirping, right? Why they call it Twitter, right? Chirping. And people were talking to one another. That was the magic. So before the disciples went to Jesus, right? They had to be talking with each other. What should we ask him? Well, let's go ask him about the temple, right? And I'm sure they did not expect that answer. Kind of doom and gloom answer, right? But look at what's going on today. We have pandemics, we have big earthquakes happening all over the world, we have volcanoes erupting, and we got people suffering with financial damages, personal damages, lives being lost. But what is this about? What am I talking to you about? Well, I'm talking to you about preparation. I'm no preacher, I'm a salesman. Are you prepared? The fact is it's happening. I don't have to be a genius to convince you that things are happening. And the Matthew 24 is not a coincidence. It said it before. And it only takes a small effort to turn on the light of knowledge and power. Because it was there already from the beginning. Knowledge was before us. Wisdom was before us. So, I don't want to make this video too long, but go back to reading these things. Because in the chirping, something is going to strike to you that you're going to ask Jesus or you're going to ask God. And he'll give you an answer. But here's a quick one. You see this behind me? I'm going to stand up for a moment. It's 3 gallons of water. Just put them there for an illustration. Get some water. If you're in an area right now that is kind of having an emergency, get some working gloves that are good. So in case you don't need them for yourself, but you might need them to go help somebody else. Get a stick. You know, maybe you need to, help digging. Get some work boots. Have them all ready. Get some, I got this for extra back. Get some heavy duty clothing, jeans. It always gets cold at night. Get some quick food, little things. But for most, this is my lifesaver. I take it with me in the car or I leave it here in my place. That right there, if I get to it, right? Something doesn't follow me. That right there is 3 days. Because I believe God wants me to be alive. So if you go into troubles right now, if you're feeling defeated, if you're feeling too much to handle, just get your stuff ready to fight the good fight, to stay alive, to stay strong, to stay fearless. Do not leave it to other people. Do not leave it to destiny. You has been spoken. I heard somebody say, what do you want me to do? Right, in a movie. And the guy said, all you had to do was follow orders. It's hard, right? But all we have to do is follow those things that are already speaking to us. And we're going to do it for ourselves, for our families, for our fellow man. So let's not get lazy. Let's get these things prepared for us, for our kids. Make sure everybody has, and put them in little boxes so that way everybody knows where it is, their stuff, and ready to go in case of emergency. If you never need it, guess what? That's the magic of it. But if you need it, then that's the miracle. This is from The Alan Show. I love you. Make sure you come out without scratches and love again. Fearless. Get busy, get busy, get busy.